I am loving this new seasonal set for May that's coming out, and I've got big plans for it. There's a lot of beautiful items in here to look through, and of course the best part is your final scene item. Now before we get going, I want to show you what it used to look like a long time ago, which wasn't a few weeks ago, not that long. So I had the estate in the front of my island, and I liked it there. You know, it was a good spot for it. It's kind of where you start things out. But as I've continued to get more decorations, more buildings, I found it better to move it because I can make it more of a feature piece. So I did that by scooting it to the back of the island and then incorporating it with the India set, which was nice. But now I've put it in its own little section all the way in the top because I really want to highlight the fountain with it. It's a newer item for me. So we're gonna do that, and let me show you what I've done. So here's the section where I plan to add the new seasonal set. And right now you see it's full, but we're gonna be changing that up. So I'm gonna actually be removing a lot of items in order to make this fit. And my favorite part of the new seasonal set is that beautiful completion scene thing, which they're always my favorite. The item you get once you've completed enough of the aspects of the seasonal scene, enough of the little decorations. So in that one, I'm going to put right in the back here. I'm going to take out some of these palms and these tiles, put them in the back. I'm going to add some flower towers, is what I call them, to the side of that. We're going to take out a bunch of these currant bushes that don't go, and well, they go currently, but they don't go as well with the new set. And put in some of the new beautiful ones. Also, the pathway currently doesn't really go. These flowers, I'm going to put in the traditional path because it'll fit and flow better. It's worth a lot. I'm probably just going to move it, this gazebo, and let me show you a couple quick hints on setting things up. Some of these things, I'm going to move this out of the way. Do you see the path doesn't line up with that? So in order to make it not look funny, I always put a tree at the corner, not there, sorry, right there. And that way you don't know, it kind of tricks your eye into thinking that the path does really go all the way up and centers as it's supposed to. I do that with a lot of items. Also am still hiding some things behind here, like flowers. Look, there's a flower and a palm there just because I wanted the flower power in there. I'll continue to do that. Especially with larger items. Okay, look what I've got hidden back here. I've got a poppy field, I've got that lucky Irish stone thing, and a tiger. They're all hidden back there. And that's just a hint for tall buildings that cover up the space. It's great for putting things that maybe don't match the theme, but you want to keep progressing. So hide those little guys, especially if they're worth a lot, behind other taller items. And again, you can make your pathways look like they line up by hiding them behind a tree where you just see a part of it, and your eye makes you believe that it is actually going all the way up as it's supposed to. All right, so let me show you cleared out items, because I'm going to clear out all of these things. Again, I'm not going to sell everything. I will sell some things. But I'm gonna store and move around items. So this is the space all cleared out and ready to go. This is what I'm going to do when the set comes in, actually. You see I've made space for all the different items. And here's what it will look like when you've got some of those items placed. Now, I don't actually have them, so this was just me throwing them into Photoshop. I've got a glow around each of them to help you better see what I've done. So you can see where the bougainvilleas were. I've put those little square flowers. They're going to be beautiful. Some towers beside the bigger fountain there. And the back, you see how that's just so beautifully lined up now with the new set that I plan to get. This is the plan, but as you can see, there's still lots of empty space, and I will fill those in with currant bushes, currant items, as well as new ones. Again, these aren't going to be in their exact spots necessarily. I will add trees in to fill it in and make them match better. I'm going to put some patio tiles around that pond that will match it and make a pathway there with flowers and bushes. You'll notice in the front by the gate there's a lot of empty space. I have that one cactus there. I'm going to change things up a lot, add in a lot of the flowers, and again, bushes, trees. There's 2 lions where the mermaid is, so it'll all be filled in nicely and all match when I'm all through with it. So let's take a look at these up close. Of course, your big final item, it's a 2 square one. Looks great. You'll get it at the end of completing the set. And then there are lots of other things, little 1 square lions. These towers, I'm going to use lots of these, I think. At least 4. Love this. It goes great with the little pond they give you. This ticket booth, not sure. I have to think about what to do with that. The cactus, that goes with the Mexican set. It could go. These can go with lots of different areas on your islands. So be creative with them because you can fit them all over your island to make a really gorgeous design. Especially like these flower guys. That's going to go in my farm area, I think. I think they'll be nice planting. That, again, by the hacienda would look nice. Again, Mexico set, India set, all of those would fit really nicely. So I thought I'd take you through my main island completely so you can see what I'm working with. So here's the front area of it. I'm going to zoom out a tiny bit here. And this back area where the pond and everything is, and the hacienda, that used to be where my estate was. I had the wall going all around. Instead, now I've got a pathway around the pond, and I've got this little fence for the hacienda. So that's all switched, and it is in the front now, rather than in the back island where it used to be. I used to have the fountain and the hacienda as kind of a focal piece, but I really like it so much better this way. Don't you think this just makes more sense? This front part of the island now just, again, makes more sense. Again, this is currently how the back looks. I feel like it looks really unfinished with all that tile that just butts up against the grass. I really don't like how that looks. I think it looks much better if you have it going up against the columns, just because it looks more finished and complete. And just plain having all that tile is just not super pretty. So again, but this is just temporary holding space until I put in all the new items from the May seasonal set. And I also wanted to highlight this again because there are certain items I will continue to keep in here, like these beautiful birds. These tropical birds will go nicely, and of course my little flowering trees and this flowering tree, those I'll continue to keep with the new May seasonal set. I think they'll go really, really pretty with those. Let's take a look over here. These bushes are not going to stay there, but I will figure that out later. I love the April seasonal set. Now, again, it's totally different than what the May one is going to be, but when you have them in their own little sections, it doesn't matter. You just got a really beautiful area. So this is what I've done with the last one to incorporate it. And you see how I've incorporated it with lots of other items too. Again, like this. It looks like a Japanese tree with lanterns. Like, that's gorgeous, but it somehow works even with the alpine items because you've got your pink lily pad flowers, your bridge here, the boat. It just ties together nicely with that. And of course, all my seasonal set from this last month of April. Love it all. It's beautiful. I'm going to keep it basically the same. This area keeps changing and merging. I do want to keep the farmer's market feel and selling everything. This is just a crap heap right now because I'm just got everything kind of stored for flower power until I'm able to open up more spaces. I've got 2 spaces ready to open up as soon as I have the compasses. I'm going to switch out this hospital here for the library. Once I get that, kind of merge that together, make it a large school, make that look really pretty. So there's lots to come, and I just love how you continue to keep shaping and changing your island as you go. I'm excited for the next island, but let's get excited about the May seasonal set, and I'm anxious to see the other designs that other gamers have done as well.